was the best and worst thing that happened to you in 2023? If you're watching this in the future, what has been the best and worst thing that has happened to you in the past year? Oh gosh, I'm sorry. For me, I feel like the worst thing that happened to me might just be that I broke my foot. It was a pretty good year, so the worst thing was probably breaking my foot in like June. The best thing, either starting dance again, because I haven't danced since like the beginning of college, and now I'm on an adult dance team. So that's really fun, but that's also how I broke my foot. So the other best thing is that I now have a boyfriend. So I got together with my boyfriend in 2023. I talked about all the details on my Patreon, but I guess this is me outing the boyfriend on my regular channel. So hoping to have him in a video soon. Alright. Question number 2. If you could make it against the law to do one thing, what would it be? Against the law for everybody to do one thing. That's a good one. That is a good one. I don't know. There are a few where I would say like, oh, I'd like to make it against the law for other people, but then it's like, I don't want it to be against the law for me. Like, I feel like lying is one of those. Like, it would kind of suck if it was against the law for me too, but I don't know. I think I would say it should be against the law to take up the whole sidewalk when you're walking. If you are walking with like 3 friends and you see me coming towards you, single file it. Don't take up the whole sidewalk so that I have to go walk in the street. Yeah. Question number 3. What is your earliest memory that you can think of? Earliest memory. How old were you? Okay. I don't know of like definitively my earliest memory, but I definitely have memories of being like 2 years old. Like, I'll mention something and my mom will be like, you were 2 when that happened. So I remember her taking me to go pick my brother up at gymnastics because he did gymnastics, and I really wanted to try on a leotard that they had there, and she let me try it on in the bathroom, and I was like, okay, can I get it? And she was like, well, if you're gonna get it, you have to start gymnastics. And I was like, can I just have the leotard? obviously, if I found out that I was gonna die at like 95, I'd be like, alright, sick, like, let's live it up. Yeah, I feel like I'd want to know either way, no matter what age. Except maybe if I found out I was gonna die at like 23, I'd be like, shit. Since I am 23. Question number 5. What is something untrue that you believed as a child? Like something funny that your parents told you or that you believed as a child that is not true. Okay. That is funny. For me, one that I always think of is that I don't know how old I was when I like put 2 and 2 together, but you know how the President of the United States lives in the White House, right? Well, we used to always go to the beach when I was little. We used to go to Sanibel Island in Florida, and there was this lighthouse, and I remember my family being like, oh, there's the lighthouse. Maybe I just wasn't hearing the difference, but I thought that the president lived in the lighthouse, not the White House. And so I remember looking at the lighthouse, and right, it's like this skinny, tall building, and I was like, where does his bed go? Like, that must suck to be president, and you have to live in that thing. Like, it's not even wide enough for a bed. Yeah. I used to think that the president lived in the lighthouse. I'm sure there are so many more, though, that I used to believe. Okay, number 6. Is there anyone that you would give your life to save? Anyone that you would give your life to save? Okay. There are definitely people I would give my life to save. My whole immediate family, my mom, my dad, my brother, are 3 people that I would not want to live without. Especially my brother. Like, I know that at some point I'll have to live without my parents, right? Like, that's the goal. I don't want my parents to outlive me. My brother, I would absolutely give my life to save. I never want to live without him. Yeah. I feel like I'm more scared of loneliness than of death. That sounds bad. I don't know. But like, I'd rather die for my loved ones than have to live without them. Question number 7. If you could have one superpower, what would you pick? saving the world superhero. Like, I could get away from bad guys, or like, yeah, probably flying or teleportation. Question number 8. What is your spirit vegetable? This is a question that my work, where I work, always asks new people. Like, your first day on the job, they ask you your spirit vegetable. So I thought I would ask you. Okay. Okay. I'll take that answer. I like it. Mine. I don't even know what I said when I started at my job. I'm gonna go with an onion. And I'm gonna be cliche and say because an onion has a lot of layers. But I feel like that's true for me. Like, I feel like I do have a lot of layers. Like, I'm very different to different people. Like, when you first meet me versus when you get to know me. I also have like a lot of very different interests and things that I do and talents and stuff. So I feel like I'm an onion with a lot of layers. Also, some people hate me and some people love me. I'm an onion. Yeah. Question number 9. Do you think there is life on other planets? Like some sort of life analogous to us, like what we have on Earth. I definitely do. Absolutely 100% think there is life on other planets. I feel like it's really naive to think that we are the only life like us. I mean, we know how big the universe is, right? Like, it's huge. So, of course, there's another planet out there where, like, the conditions are right for life. I don't know, I feel like it's really naive to think that we're the only planet in this huge, huge universe that can support life. Yes, I think there is life on other planets. Question number 10. If you found out today that you had a month left to live, what would you do? Okay. All good things. All good things. If I found out I had a month left to live, I would probably travel. I feel like traveling is a lot of the main things that are kind of on my bucket list before I die. Go see things. I'd want to float in the Dead Sea. That's not something that I think would be safe at the moment, but it is on my bucket list. Yeah, I would travel and spend a lot of time with family. Yeah, I'd like write them letters to read after I die and situation, and I thought it was a good one. Is there anything your parents did when you were little that you would not do as a parent? Something you would change? Okay, it's okay if there's nothing, but yeah. I think one thing my parents did that I wouldn't do is spank my children. My mom would always spank us when we did something bad, and I totally don't blame her for that. Like, I literally have the best mother in the entire world, and yeah, love her to death. But I just don't think that I would spank my children. I don't want my kids to be physically afraid ever. Like, I don't want them to ever be worried that I'm going to put them in pain. Like, I don't want to do that. But also I think it's such a stupid punishment, like such a, what am I trying to say? Unrealistic or like unhelpful punishment, because who is ever going to spank you as an adult? As an adult, if you do something wrong, no one is ever going to physically, like, spank you. So how does that help a child? I don't know. Yeah, no, I don't think I would spank my children. I don't want them to be afraid of me in that way. Question number 12. If you could only listen to one song this year, what would it be? This coming year in 2024, or whenever you're watching this, what song would you listen to if you could only listen to one? I don't know what I would choose. We just got our Spotify Wrapped. I don't know what your Spotify Wrapped looks like. I guess that outs me as filming this really early. It's not 2024 yet, when I'm filming this, but my number one song for 2023 was Mess by Noah Kahan, and I listened to it like 560 times or something, which is crazy. So maybe that's one that I could listen to all year, because obviously I did that. My number 2 song was Oregon by Briston Maroney. I really like him. I don't know anyone else that likes him, but love him to death. Also Jackie and Wilson by Hozier is one of my favorite songs. So probably one of those. I don't know, I can't choose. I don't know. Let me know if you've heard any of those songs. I feel like I like a lot of artists that aren't that mainstream. I don't know. Question number 13. What is one thing you want to accomplish this year? Or one thing that you want to get better at this year? Okay. The main thing that I want to get better at, or that I want to accomplish, is getting into grad school. I'm applying to grad school, and is to get in and go somewhere. Something I want to get better at. I want to learn more German. You might know that I've been learning German since, I don't know, middle of 2023. I've made a couple of German videos, and I want to get better at German, and I've kind of been slacking while I've been applying to grad school. Yeah, but I want to get better at it. Question number 14. If your birthday could be on a different date, what date would you choose? It's also perfectly okay to say that you wouldn't change your birthday. Okay. It's a good date. That works. Yeah. I think I used this question on my Patreon and I gave the same answer, so I would change my birthday to June 18th, which is actually my friend's birthday, for several reasons. First of all, my birthday's in January 21st, so it's really close to Christmas, and I never want anything for my birthday, which is kind of annoying, because I never get anything for my birthday. And then there's like 11 months where there's no gifts, so kind of sucks. Also, it's in the winter, and I've never had a pool party or like a summery birthday party activity. I can't go to the beach on my birthday. That kind of sucks. And then also 18 is my favorite number. I love the number 18. And then June 18th is like 6/18, right? 6 and 18 are both even numbers, and 18 is divisible by 6. So now I'm outing myself as like a neurotic nerd that cares about I don't know. I like when numbers are even. I like when they're divisible by each other. And it would be in the summer. Yeah, June 18th. But I'm perfectly happy with my birthday, and I understand that I will never be able to change it. So January 21st it is. Question number 15. What is the last new word that you learned? Last new word. Or just a new word you learned recently-ish. Okay, what does that mean? I don't know if I've heard that word. It's a good word. For me, this probably isn't the last new word that I learned, but I just remember learning the word sonder. I think I learned it at some point in the past year. I don't know. Sonder, it means, can I even articulate what it means? I don't know. It means like the realization that everybody out there on the street is living a life that is just as complicated as yours. Like, that you are the center of your own life. You're living this life. You know all these people and you do all these things. But the realization that all 8 billion people out there are living just as complicated of a life. And they are the center of their own life as well. Kind of trippy and an interesting word. And it was the last new word that I learned. Maybe. Question number 16. What is the best gift you've ever received? I guess this is is incredible. If you have anxiety or sleeping issues, get you a weighted blanket. It's so nice. So that's probably the gift that I have used the most. Something that just like meant a lot to me, a gift that meant a lot to me, my brother, and I actually just found it, that's why it's on my mind. I think he was like in middle school, and he went on a field trip to an aquarium, and he spent his money, the only thing that he bought on this field trip, he spent his money to buy me a little necklace that has like turtles on it. It's super cute. I just found it, and that was, I just thought that was really sweet that he was like a 13-year-old boy, and the one thing he spent his money on was to buy me a necklace. So that's a gift that just meant a lot to me, but the gift I use the most is probably my weighted blanket. Question number 17. Is there a chore or a really mundane thing that you actually really enjoy doing? Anything that like most people don't enjoy that you actually is so excited that her mom is going out of town so that she can do her laundry the way she likes to do it and order food in and go to bed early. And that's just so me. Yeah. Also, Monica from Friends. I feel like I'm like Monica from Friends in a lot of the same ways. Yeah. Those are my two. Question number 20. When you were younger, what did you want to be when you grew up? Is that what you are, or what you still want to be? For as long as I can remember, I always wanted to be a doctor, which I do not want to be anymore. I have this thing with veins. I do not want to see a vein, like the... No, no. Cut somebody open and I could operate on their heart, but I do not want to give them an IV. I do not want to actually be the one to cut them open. I hate skin. Yeah, I couldn't get through med school. To all the people that say like doctors don't actually do IVs, I couldn't get through med school. No, I would throw up every day. Number 21. this was inspired by a TikTok I saw that was like, it was like, do you ever think about how weird kissing is? Like, who just decided, oh, let's put our mouths against each other's and like move around? So something like that, something that's really normal and everywhere, but it's like, wait, that's actually really weird. Yeah, you can think for a second. One for me is, and this is something that other people would find totally normal, like that don't think it's weird, but it's weird for me, that people are so obsessed with celebrities. Like that we get so obsessed with what celebrities are doing, who they're dating, what they're saying and doing. Or like you see a celebrity in person and you're like, oh my god, that's that celebrity, that's crazy. I don't get that. I have never been that into celebrities. There's really no celebrity where I'm like, oh my god, I would die if I met them, or like, oh, I care so much about what they're doing with their life. Like, I don't know, I like your music, I like your movies, or your whatever. I'll listen to your music, but I don't really care about like what you do and who you are that much. I, yeah, does that make sense to anyone? Like, you're just another one of the 8 billion people in this world. I care as much about your life as I do about like my neighbor. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like that's a weird opinion to most people, but I don't really care about celebrities. Okay, and question number 24. Please let me know what your 24 answers would be for these questions, and if you liked mine. I feel like this was honestly kind of like a Q&A ramble video, so I hope you liked that. I'm really sorry about the like yard work and planes going by. Hopefully it's more just like white noise in the background and not super harsh and